Many kids head back to class without the basic supplies they need. So we have teamed up with the United Way to make a difference. And you can help make a difference as well. Right now, if you scan that QR code on your screen or visit WLTX.com, you can learn how you can donate to make sure that all students have what they need as they prepare to head back to the classroom. And these donations are being accepted through August 11th.
Not so nutritious foods. We're talking about cookies and chips, but you'll want to shake up those eating habits, especially as your child is heading back to school. So this morning we have our fabulous nutrition educators. Here to my right, we have Diana Richardson, then we have Kayla Scarborough and Maya Galloway, all to talk about some healthy, affordable back-to-school snacks that are quick and easy to make for your child's lunchbox. Ladies, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Of course. All right, Maya, I'm going to start with you.
Okay.
Let's talk about a healthy, balanced, breakfast and lunch. What does it mean to have a healthy, kind of balanced, nutritious food?
Okay, well, I'm excited to have this topic because I feel like breakfast is really important, especially when you're talking about kids and back to school. Because if they don't eat a balanced breakfast in the morning, they are going to struggle for the rest of the school day. So in our case, we believe in My Plate. MyPlate.gov is a great resource. And it just reminds us that there's 5 food groups, but you need at least 3 at each meal. So for breakfast, the 2 most important are going to be your whole grains and your proteins.
Okay.
So with those parfaits you have right in front of you,
over here.
those are some really easy, simple, and fast breakfast ideas for you to make any of your favorite fruits. And you just make layers. You can start with fruit, yogurt, or your whole grain. In this case, instead of granola, we used a general whole grain cereal. Okay. Just something simple.
Generic,
yes,
easy.
Because we want to keep it simple. We're talking about kids, so it's just really exciting. But in that parfait alone, you have 4 food groups. You have the whole grains, you have the fruit, and you have the yogurt. Yogurt counts as your dairy as well as your protein. Yes.
So for kind of kids who are eating those chips and those cookies, how do you kind of bring them back into, no, we need to go for the parfait?
It's going to take practice. And honestly, with these parfaits, when we're teaching our young children in our groups, we do allow them to make it themselves. It makes it more fun, and they're more willing to eat it. So if they make it themselves, they have a lot more fun doing it, and they will definitely want to try it. So definitely just keep it fun.
Yeah, just keep it fun. And also, I love the fact just making this just part of your routine.
Yes.
Like, okay, we're going to get ready. We're going to make our breakfast together. We're going to make our lunch together. So I think that's a really good idea. All right, Kayla, I'm going to go with you now. So let's talk about some ideas. It looks like we got a lot of other food groups here on the table. So give us a couple of other ideas.
So with breakfast sets the tone for the day.
Of course.
So you want to make sure that you try to include as many food groups in as you possibly can. I mean, you can do that by having combination foods that have almost all or most of the food groups in them. So like pancake bites, you got your egg bites, you have your parfaits. Those things contain almost all the food groups, so you don't really have to worry about making different items every morning. Time is of the essence. When you're trying to get kids ready, when you're trying to make sure that everybody has lunch and a nutritious meal for lunch or for breakfast, you want to make sure that you have something that you can keep within a good time frame. And you can even make certain things ahead of time. You can boil eggs. The egg bites, you can make those over the weekend and freeze them. So can you do the pancake bites with them, but just different things like that.
Now with these too, because I know we were mentioning like the egg bites and of course with the pancake bites, how easy was it to make?
Super easy. They take around 20 minutes to bake and about 5 minutes to prep. And if you're one of those parents who buys your vegetables or your meat already pre-cooked or pre-chopped, that cuts time as well. All you need to do is mix the batters up, put them in the oven, and boom, there you have it. Breakfast for the week.
And if they miss the school bus, it's going to be a whole other ballgame.
That's it.
This is why they need to make sure that you have it. And also, I really love how colorful it is.
They are very colorful. That's another thing about making sure you have all of the food groups in the meal. So your pancake bites, they have fruit and they have protein. You have some meat in there. With your egg bites, you could have your vegetables, you could have your protein, you could have your dairy, and then you could add some fruit on the side to make sure that you're still getting what you need.
Getting everything on there. All right, well, Diana, now we have to talk. We got breakfast, and now let's go ahead and talk about lunch because these are so cute. I love these cute little lunch boxes.
They are. These are easy packable lunches, and these are different styles of bento boxes you can find at your local grocery store or a local box store.
Right.
And also, you're wanting to look for color and crunch, and again, the My Plate with the variety. So we have some pasta salad, and I made this for my grandkids, and it has The pasta, and it's a homemade dressing. It has mayo, honey, and a little bit of olive oil, so it's not heavy in the mayo.
Okay.
And it has ham and some sweet peas and some corn, so there's some veggies and protein in that pasta salad. Also, right now, watermelon is a summer fruit. We got watermelon and some cheese crackers. That's always a favorite of kids, is the crackers. Also, the fish crackers. Got some crunch in there with the fresh veggies.
Yeah.
There's some ham, cheese bites, or cheese bits in there. You can cut up the cheese. Just a simple sandwich, a turkey wrap. That is a watermelon salad in the front.
Well, I was wondering what that was.
My first attempt at that. Of course, it's better the first couple days. The kids liked it. It had some fresh mint leaves, some olive oil, some honey, but that was awesome.
And that's another thing, keeping it colorful, right?
Yes, creative, and then have them help you. They will eat it if they help prepare it.
That's another thing. I think that's what we're kind of realizing is that if you bring them along on this journey of making breakfast and meal prepping, they are going to want to say, look what I did with Mom, or look what I did here at home with Grandma. It was a lot of fun there too. So,
and for the littles, they love the finger foods.
Very
so
true.
they're getting, it's nutritious, but it's also finger food.
Now, speaking of that, let's go ahead and talk about some safety too. When it comes to kind of food prep and everything, what should parents and kids know?
You want to make sure that you keep everything in its right temperature. So you have your insulated bags, your insulated cups. You want to make sure that you have your freezer packs.
Yeah.
You want to make sure you wash your fruits and your vegetables. You want to make sure that if it is in a lunchbox like this, that it is in something that's going to be able to keep everything cold, especially if you have salads with mayonnaise. And if you can try, make foods that don't have high dairy or things that can go bad quicker, because some kids go to lunch at different times. So
true.
If you can't afford to go get a lunchbox, just put things in there that they can eat, like the crackers. Sandwiches can hold some of your fruits and your vegetables, just things that are not gonna carry any foodborne illnesses. You wanna make sure that everything stays the temperature that it needs to be.
Yeah, and keeping it cool as much as possible.
Yes.
Like making sure that you have those ice packs or an insulated lunchbox, being able to just make sure that everything is in there and everybody is safe. So really quickly, you guys, what is the best takeaway for parents? Maybe this is going to be their first time sending their baby off to school. So what is kind of the best takeaway that you had for parents?
So it's not about perfection, but about consistency.
Very true.
So, and if they're helping you, they get in a healthy habit of getting up and helping you prepare, maybe the night before prepare. So it might not be perfect, but you want to be consistent.
Perfect. Who cares? Look how colorful this
Yes.
is. And you know what? Kids will eat anything at this point.
They will. And simple routines can build those long, lifetime healthy habits.
Oh, I love that. So make sure that you have your routine and making sure that you're bringing the kiddos along on this whole process so they also learn as well. I think that's a big takeaway of, all right, you guys have the chips, but look what I made. Look what we made there. This is amazing. I already know which one I'm grabbing because Kayla knows that I'm obsessed with pasta salad, okay? Anytime with pasta, she knows. Ladies, thank you so much for stopping by. And we're putting all these tips later on today on our website, WLTX.com.